So man, I'm looking at the support line at support 4 at $27,636, man, and I'm looking at that like a shark, bro. That is a buy signal. And then looking up at the resistance number 4, 28,859. That is definitely going to be a sell signal for today, man. Without further ado, let's talk about Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin. What has it been doing today, man? This is the 420 special crypto quam. Let's just jump right into it. Today, Bitcoin is trading at $28,238.44. We do see the fully diluted market cap of Bitcoin is $593 billion. Would it be $7,136,000? And the 24-hour trading volume is 20 billion. Would it be $953,067,000? Man, those are just the stats for today. Circulating supply is 92%. We are close nearing the Bitcoin halving as well, which means the amount of Bitcoin being released will just keep getting halved every year, which will do nothing but good things for the price and what we speculate. So let's look at some indicators, technical indicators. My favorite part of the day. We talked about how Bitcoin was going upwards above this histogram, above the zero line of the histogram, and that could potentially be a bullish signal. But we see that was not true. We see that the MACD shot right below the signal line right here, right about April 1st, and then it did it again right about April 17th is when the MACD shot right below the signal line again, and we do see this big red candle to correlate with that. So like I said, man, MACD and RSI are not 100% indicators, but it did show us that once this MACD shot below the signal line, we do see a really big red candle. But on the other side, man, on the bullish side, we do see that Bitcoin is massively undersold at about 27.61 RSI. So that is a pretty good buy signal at $28,000. If you're dollar cost averaging and holding Bitcoin long term, I think 28,000 is a definite obvious buy. But if you're looking at day trading, man, let's just jump right into some day trading numbers. Man, Kamaria's pivot points looking pretty solid on the day. Resistance number 1 is 28,350. It looks like today we actually passed that resistance. Our daily high was, I believe, 29,000. So we passed that resistance today. Our daily support was support for 27,636, and we did not jump below that support. So Kamaria's pivot points held up true for today. I will also use these points as a buy and sell signals if you're just day trading Bitcoin, man. Support line number 3 is definitely a buy signal, and then support line or resistance number 4 is definitely a sell signal. Not financial advice, just the basic signals that are here for everybody to use if you want to day trade and just make money off crypto. But let's look into some news, man. Why has Bitcoin dipped down, man? We looked at the RSI, we looked at the MACD in our previous videos. They were both trending upwards. So what happened? So Bitcoin struggles as U.S. regulators fumble, analysts. Let's jump into it, man. With MICA and separate crypto-related rules, European legislators have built promising regulatory foundations for digital assets. U.S. efforts remain disjointed and counterproductive, CoinDesk columnist Daniel Kuhn writes in the Node. Can't disagree with that opening statement so far. Connors wrote that market liquidity remains heavily tied to Asia, so he was not surprised to see Bitcoin's downward swing as markets in that part of the world are closed. Remember, last May and June, dislocations occurred in a similar window. Interesting. Despite encouraging first quarter earnings from another number of banks, investors remain warily watchful given the decline in number of important economic indicators that may foreshadow recession. That is true. Recent job data has indicated a fall off in the torrid employment market, and on Thursday, the National Association of Realtors monthly report showed home prices registering their biggest decline since 2012 and mortgage rates rising. Definitely not good if you're looking at just the economy as a whole. We may be entering a period of consolidation as U.S. regulation dims hopes and prompts regulatory reboots by many players. Both are counteracting in the long running and structural tailwinds for Bitcoin, and the company highlighted in its 2023 outlook. Man, so definitely not positive news for Bitcoin holders, but it's real news, and that's what we need. That's what we need in this space. We need real news, bro. We can't just have people shilling out and saying Bitcoin's gonna go to 100 bands. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the truth. The regulations definitely are not in our favor. If we're just talking about the crypto holders, not really in our favor, man. They're trying to get as much money out of this as they can. That's pretty much all they care about is the money. They don't really care about protecting us. But without further ado, man, that is a little news for Bitcoin on April 20th, 2023. We're still at $28,217, man. Let's see if we could break above that 29,000 line soon. If not, let's just keep scooping at Bitcoin at these low prices, man. Without further ado, I'm out.
And if you speak upon the nine, no way you can escape now. You can't even hide, nigga, not even in Cape Town. Michigan, Ohio State, we finna hit the lake house. He be watching all the nigga moves like a stakeout. I'ma talk my shit and I ain't trying to offend you. I was pouring purple in my cup, Mace Windu. I was pouring purple in my cup, Mace Windu. It's gonna work out, be together if it's meant to. I was pouring purple in my cup, Mace Windu. She said we gon' be together, work it out if it's meant to. In the meantime, let's just kick it like jujitsu.